I'm Felix. About 12 years ago, I was 9 years old. I was in 4th grade, and my teacher asked me to give a little presentation in my class about the climate crisis. And when I prepared that presentation, I found out about Wangari Maathai, a woman from Kenya that had started a movement to plant 30 million trees with lots of other women across the country. And that inspired me that we children should be able to plant 1 million trees in each country of the world. So that's what I told my classmates, and many of them liked the idea. And that is why a few weeks later, we planted our first tree. And that is when 2 local journalists reported about that tree. And this is how some other schools from the area found out about it and wanted to plant some trees as well. And this is essentially how Plant for the Planet spread. After 1 year, we had planted about 50,000 trees. After 3 years, 1 million. And children and youth all around the world started joining us and started planting trees with us as well.
Nous allons maintenant écouter Felix Finkbeiner, qui nous vient d'Allemagne. Alors, Felix, la parole est à vous.
It is now time that we work together. We combine our forces. Old and young, rich and poor, and together we can plant 1 trillion trees. We can start a 1 trillion tree campaign. Stop talking, start planting.
We currently have about 3 trillion trees on this planet, and we used to have about 6 trillion. This was about 12,000 years ago, but a recent study showed that we could restore about 1 trillion additional trees. And if we managed to plant these trees, they would capture about 1/4 of human-made carbon emissions. So they'd be a really valuable tool in addressing the climate crisis.
The campaign originally started with the goal of planting 1 billion trees. Now, 6 years later, we were able to plant not 1 billion, but 15 billion trees all across the world.
We children understood we cannot trust that adults alone will save our future. We have to take our future in our own hands.
We're really seeing how young people all across the world are stepping up and trying to do their best to force the world to address the climate crisis head on. The best example for this is, of course, Greta Thunberg and all the children and youth that have joined her in her fantastic movement. But there are lots of other similar people all around the world doing similar things. And I don't think that is because our generation is in any way particularly effective at addressing the climate crisis. I think this is simply a result of previous generations failing horribly at addressing this. It really shouldn't be up to children and youth to try and force social change. But we are now at a point of climate emergency where we need all hands on deck, we need everyone to get involved.
We can make a difference. And never forget, 1 mosquito cannot do anything against a rhino, but 1,000 mosquitoes can make a rhino change its direction.